Today I'm going to share with you one very easy and straightforward test and also exercise that I do with some of my clients that dramatically helps them throughout the day with their ability to relax, control anxiety, and also potentially with pain as well. Now, if you've ever seen my content before, you know I'm big on breathing, and it's a very important aspect of how I go about a lot of the exercises that I coach. But for some of my clients, they can't breathe well no matter what I try to get them to do because they're so fight or flight within their nervous system. They're so sympathetically driven. And there's one way we can determine how exaggerated or how significant their fight or flight nervous system is. And for some of my clients, and some of you, I'm sure, it's really hard for you to breathe in the way that you think is normal or correct. And you feel very anxious throughout the day, and you have a hard time controlling your breath, potentially falling asleep, and you may also be dealing with some issues in your body as well. Here's what I want you to do. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, softly for 2 seconds each. So 2-second inhale, 2-second exhale. And I want you to do that about 5 times. And then at the end of that 5th exhale, I want you to just pause. And I don't want you to take another inhale in. And I want you to see how many seconds that you can go before you feel that first initial hunger for air. That doesn't mean that you really want to inhale. That doesn't mean you're pushing it. It's just that first initial, be kind of nice if I breathe right now sensation. So pay attention and see how many seconds you can go. Now, I assume you paused the video and did that test, and most people are going to be somewhere between 10 and 20 seconds before they feel that first initial hunger for air. If you're less than 10 seconds, yikes, you probably have some work to do, but that doesn't mean you can't improve because almost everyone can, assuming they don't have some airway restriction or something really funky happening with their breathing. This test is called the controlled pause test, and what it's really assessing for is your ability to tolerate carbon dioxide building up within your body. Now, it's not necessarily your hunger for air, but it's really the CO2 that's building up. Now, carbon dioxide is required within the blood to release oxygen to tissues and muscles. And if you overbreathe, meaning that you breathe pretty rapidly, even in your resting rate, then your carbon dioxide levels are going to be low. So if your controlled pause is less than about 20 seconds, then it's likely that your body does not have the ability to meet the oxygenation demands that it needs throughout the day. People that have a controlled pause of less than 20 seconds usually have higher rates of sleep disordered breathing. They also have higher rates of anxiety and potentially also other symptoms like commonly a blocked nose, wheezing, or coughing. Now, if this rings a bell with you and this relates, then there is a very easy way you can train this. And you can do this on a walk, watching TV, hanging out, and it doesn't require 100% of your mental focus, but you will definitely have to time yourself as you do it. What you're going to want to do is inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, and then hold that for a very realistic amount of time. And you're going to do that for 10 to 20 minutes every single day. So usually that first initial pause will be somewhere between 4 to 6 seconds because you're going to be doing this for an extended period of time, so you want to make sure it's very doable and you won't really ever feel a strong hunger for an inhale. And as you get better with this, I usually recommend that every week or about 5 days, they increase the pause about 2 to 3 seconds. And that's usually a pretty good way for them to see progress and eventually get to the point where they have that controlled pause of 40 to 60 seconds. And after 10 minutes of doing that, see how relaxed you feel. See the shift in your nervous system activity and go about the rest of your day or the next few hours and be mindful of how you feel. You might be surprised at how much better it is.